Alright, the Premier League season has finished. It's all over and done with. These 9 or 10 months, whatever it is, have flown by. And yeah, what a crazy last match day it was as well. Congratulations to Manchester City on winning the title. Amazing to come back from 2 goals down and score 3 goals in 5 minutes. But yeah, what we're gonna do in today's video is we're gonna be reacting to my Premier League prediction. I've got it written it down here, and I can tell you guys my prediction was terrible. I have made a terrible prediction. We started off with the relegation candidates, and I predicted Norwich, Watford, and another team to relegate. Now, Norwich and Watford, I was correct in. I was spot on. Norwich got last, no surprise really, and Watford 19th, also no surprise. In 18th, I predicted Newcastle United to relegate. So I was 7 places off, which is crazy, but in January, it was still looking like Newcastle was going to relegate. As well, keep in mind, before the season, Newcastle United hadn't been taken over. Mike Ashley was still at the club. They hadn't made any signings at that point yet. Like, a lot of credit here goes out to Eddie Howe, who's taken this club from basically guaranteed relegation candidate to 11th. But in the end, who actually relegated was Burnley, and I predicted Burnley to come in 16th. So I wasn't that far off there. I just expected Burnley to do well, as always. I mean, not to do well, but to hang on, because they've always hanged on the last couple of seasons. They've always done it. They always were so solid defensively. With Sean Dyche in there, I expected them to stay up. They obviously sacked Sean Dyche as well this season. And yeah, Burnley's going down. I'm not too bothered about it. Alright, but then from number 17 to, let's say, 10, I'll just show you exactly what I predicted. And now as well, what has actually happened. And yeah, you can see there have not been some good guesses. I got Brentford spot on though. And I'm proud of that, because I knew Brentford was going to stay up. I just knew it. Because I feel like there's always one club who's promoting who's actually going to stay up. And I knew it was going to be Brentford. And they would have the biggest chance out of Watford and Norwich. I had a lot of trust in Thomas Frank as well. And they done exactly that. They finished 13th. I predicted them 13th. So that's insane. Let's talk about Brighton as well, because I predicted Brighton to come in 17th. And we don't see them even here yet in the actual reality. Brighton came in 9th, which is crazy. I wasn't sure about Brighton. Like, I know Brighton had a very good manager. And they play incredible football. But they haven't got a striker. And they still don't have a striker. So I'm very surprised that Brighton had a great season. They never looked like relegating at all. Huge congrats to them. I wish Graham Potter would go to Everton, but I know that's definitely not going to happen. Because, I mean, you also don't see Everton in my prediction, because I predicted Everton to come in 9th. And Everton, holy shit. We've been lucky. We've been so lucky. I really thought we were going to relegate. Like, a month ago, I had no hope. I had no hope whatsoever. And we done it. We stayed up somehow. A couple weeks ago, I already was like, if we're going to relegate, it's okay. You know, it doesn't matter anymore. We can just then rebuild the team. We can invest in youth. We can get in young, exciting talents from the championship. And we're going to go up because we're a big club anyways. We stayed up, and now I am very worried for next season, because we really need to change things. To come up in 16th place is not good at all. But yeah, another team who I predicted to do very well and actually didn't was Leeds United, who were kind of struggling with the second season syndrome. I predicted them to come in 10th. They were also fighting relegation, and in the last game day, so today, they managed to be safe. 17th as well, very lucky to get out of that, because Leeds was definitely looking like relegating, but they've done it. They managed to stay up, so congrats to them. They really need to get their shit together for next season as well, because I still think they are a very good team, but something needs to change. They've also been very unlucky that Calvin Phillips has been injured pretty much all season, who is probably their key player. Bamford has been injured a lot as well this season, so they have been unlucky, but they should do better. They really should do better next season. One team that has surprised me a lot this season, and who arguably has been one of the most exciting teams to watch in the league this season, is Crystal Palace. I just wasn't confident about Patrick Vieira as a manager. And I know I predicted Patrick Vieira as well to be the first manager who was going to be sacked, and he's done extremely well. But I was just... The reason I still put them in 15th, because I was very excited about the players they got in. Like, they got players in that I wish Everton would have gotten. They brought in some big talents from the Championship who were exciting to watch. Mark Guehi even made his debut for the national team this season. And yeah, Crystal Palace had that an insane season. So congratulations to them. That club is right now in a place where I wish Everton was, because things are looking bright for Crystal Palace for next season as well, I would say. And now there's only one more team who I predict to narrowly avoid making European football, and that was West Ham for me. West Ham had a very good season the season before, and this season they have been having a good season again. And they finished 7th, so well done to West Ham. They're playing Conference League football again. Then in 7th place, I predicted Tottenham Hotspur. And they did way better. They finished in 4th place, so congratulations to them as well. Like, before the season started, they obviously still had Nuno Santos as a manager. And when they got Conte in, I know that Conte is special, and Conte can make you play great football. He can bring you trophies, and he's gotten Spurs into the top 4, which was a big challenge, and he's done it. But yeah, the number 5 and 6, I predicted 2 teams to come in quite high, who were never looking like top 6 teams this season. And that was at 5th, Leicester City, and at 6th, Aston Villa. Aston Villa, like I said, they have had a terrible season. A terrible season. They should have done so much better with the players they got in. They were looking very excited. I know a lot of YouTubers predicted Aston Villa to do really well and to maybe even push for a top 6 finish, a top 7 finish as well. I do remember though that I made this prediction when Jack Grealish was still at the club, and I remember I said that if Jack Grealish leaves, don't mind this prediction. And Jack Grealish left, so that's my excuse. You know, yeah, he may have not had the best of best seasons at Manchester City, but Grealish was so important to this Aston Villa team, and he was integral to this team. If Grealish was still there, Aston Villa would have been 6th. Big up. No, they wouldn't. But yeah, Leicester City as well has had a terrible season, actually. They still managed to finish in 8th, which I was actually quite surprised by, because they have looked horrible all season, pretty much. Now, and I know you've all been seeing this Arsenal prediction already, and I haven't gotten into it yet, but I feel like now I have to, because Arsenal managed to finish in 5th, and I predicted Arsenal to finish in 12th. Yeah, Arsenal has had a good season, I would say. Still not really consistent, especially towards the end of the season, where they probably should have finished top 4, but they let it slip away, and I think Arsenal will leave this season still in disappointment, because they should have had Champions League football at the end of this season. But you got to remember as well where Arsenal came from. I predicted them to be 12, and there was a reason for that, because they had been terrible last season. And we also got to remember that Arsenal started the season off very badly. Very badly. So to still come in 5th for Arsenal is a very good season, but still a disappointment, because you had top 4. Top 4 was in your hands, but you let it slip away. Alright, so then we got to the top 4. And I mean, I predicted Manchester United to come in 4th. And I said Manchester United had a team to be challenging for titles. I still think they have a team which should be challenging for titles. But they finished 6th, and they've had a terrible season. A terrible season. Next season, though, I am hopeful. Like, Ten Hag will come in. I think he's a very good manager. Because, I mean, I obviously know him from the Dutch league. And he's one of the most exciting young coaches. I mean, young, he's not that young anymore. But one of the most exciting coaches in football. And I think they've done great to get him in, but he does need time. I think give it 3 years, 4 years, and Manchester United could maybe be up there, depending on what happens with Liverpool and Manchester City as well. The top 3 teams, as you can see, I was correct about the top 3. But the positioning, we don't know yet. We gotta get into it. But yeah, I predicted Liverpool to come in 3rd. And Liverpool got in 2nd. They were actually challenging from the title. Yeah, Liverpool has had a fantastic season. They've won the FA Cup. They've won the League Cup. Until the last day, they were still fighting for a Premier League title as well. They're in the Champions League final too. I knew they still had a very good team, but the season before was quite poor, also due to injuries. I mean, also mostly due to injuries. Chelsea, however, I predicted to come in 2nd. And Chelsea has been disappointing, because I really thought they were going to build on what they produced last season, winning the Champions League, and the form they had going into the second half of the season when Tuchel came in was insane. So I really thought Chelsea was going to be pushing towards the title with Manchester City. But they didn't. Chelsea didn't. I mean, in the beginning of the season, it looked like it was a three-way race a bit. and Chelsea was doing really well, but they let it slip away. The last couple months they've not been looking like title contenders at all. Now, so that only leaves one more team, Manchester City. I was correct about who was going to win the title. Manchester City is just a great league team. Like, they perform really well in leagues. Champions Leagues. But yeah, I have no doubt about Manchester City winning the title. I think they've done extremely well. They are very consistent every time. They waited till the last day of the season though to finish it off. But they did, and congratulations to them. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see some perhaps more terrible predictions, make sure to watch this video.